Yeah. Hello, my dear students. A very warm welcome to our platform of National IAS, and I hope all of you are really great and doing extremely good with your preparation. Just, my dear students, before beginning, let me introduce the topic, that is simple interest and compound interest. My dear students, please remember that questions from this topic has been relatively less. And by less, what I mean, there was a question in 2017, then 18 perhaps was also, there was also a question, then sorry, 18 19 there was perhaps one or two question, 21 question, 21 22 no question was there, and then 23 had one more question. So I hope I am clearly audible and visible. Let us begin the lecture, my dear students. Simple interest and compound interest, right? So I hope we will discuss about the crux, but before moving ahead, as usual, I will give you an overview of the questions which we are going to solve. A person bought a refrigerator worth rupees 22,800 with 12.5% interest rate, compounded yearly. Please remember, this is compounded yearly. Understood? At the end of first year, he paid rupees 8,650. At the end of second year, rupees 9,125. How much will he have to pay at the end of third year to clear the debt? Please remember, this question, often what I have observed, only one question comes from this topic in whatever year they will ask. And again, the frequency of being asked is like once one question will be asked in 2 to 3 years. Understood? So please remember, this is very basic. Still, you never know when question can come. Questions are pretty much basic, but yes, definitely they require better understanding of compound interest and simple interest. So yes, we will discuss all that. Please remember. Okay, now the second question which we are going to take is the difference between simple and compound interest on a certain sum of money for 2 years is 15%. Please remember, it is 15%. Per annum is rupees 90. Understood? So difference between simple interest and compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years. Please remember, whenever they will give it for you to you for 2 years. Understood? Rate charge was 15%, and per annum whatever was difference, it was nothing but 90 rupees. After second year it was 90 rupees. So what is the sum you have to tell? The third question which is important and which I was asked previous year itself, the principal P becomes Q in 1 year when compounded half yearly with R% annual interest rate. If the same principal P becomes Q in 1 year when compounded annually with S% annual interest rate of interest, then which one of the following is correct? R is equal to S, R greater than S, R less than S, R less than S, right? R less than or equal to S. Understood? So all these four options are there. I hope all of you can see it. And this question is quite theoretical and good, but we will discuss how it operates. Understood? Okay, now my dear students, as usual, we will discuss the basic theory behind it. The formulas are extremely important, and the first term which is extremely important is debtor. Who is debtor and who is creditor? My dear students, debtor is the one who takes the loan. Please remember, the debtor is the one who takes the loan. By the way, who will tell me there are four modes of production? Four means of production, not modes, four means of production. Production. And each of them generates earning in certain format, right? So earning in certain format. So who will tell me what are the four means of production? If you will try to produce something in economy, how will you produce it? First thing which you require is, be quick. Let me give it to you all as a question, economy related question. Okay, debtor, who takes the loan? Please remember, who takes the loan, right? He has to pay back the loan. Who is creditor? Who gives the loan? Yes, Karthikeyan, thank you for that. Yes, you are very correct. Land, then there is labor, then there is capital. Very good. and the last one you have written is very correct again, entrepreneurship. So each of these four earn certain format. So can you name the format of their earning as well? We are studying interest. Interest is also a form of earning, right? For example, on the land you will get rent. For labor you will pay wages, right? And for capital, what you pay? You pay interest. So my dear students, how, which kind of interest you are paying? Simple interest, compound interest, all these matter a lot. Yes, Karthikeyan, thank you for that. That is awesome. Anna, you are very well prepared with economy as well, I think. Yeah. So I hope everyone is understanding this: rent, wages, interest, and profit, right? All these four means of productions are there. In capital, if you will talk about, suppose if you go to bank, if you go to bank and get a FD done, what I am saying, FD for long term, let us say 2 years, 3 years, then you will realize one thing: the FD rate which will be displayed to you will be something like, let us say, 7%, but it will not be, wait, just can you, okay. So please remember, FD 7%, right? My dear students, oh, what is happening? Yeah. So 7%. But if you will notice, it is nothing but compounded semi-annually. Please remember, compound interest semi-annually. And that is why when you get the complete return, you get higher percentage. Please remember, 7.25 or 7.15, that becomes effective rate of return. So that is clearly, very clearly mentioned. Please remember, that is very clearly mentioned in your FD document. Whatever document you will get, in that they clearly mention this thing, that effective rate of return and the rate of interest will be equal to, let us say, 7.25. For example, I am just saying, and it is not exact. Understood? Whereas if you take loan, here you are doing fixed deposit when you are going to the bank. But suppose you take the loan. Usually it happens that loan from the bank is given at simple interest. Understood? Usually the loan from the bank is given at simple interest. So please remember, these are the separate things, and this is how the things operate. है ना? So please remember these things. Okay. Debtor and creditor, I hope all of you have understood. Creditor, for example, bank, where you have taken the loan, and debtor is, let us say, if you have taken car loan, house loan, anything. My dear students, whatever amount or sum of money is being loaned or taken as loan is called principal. Please remember, this is called principal. So whatever sum of money which is taken as loan, understood? Then there is another term which is very important, rate of interest. It is represented by R. Understood? So R is nothing but annually what is on every 100 rupees, how much interest you have to pay back. Then there can be obviously two type of interest which we will discuss in detail. Amount, please remember this thing, amount is the total amount which is to be paid back, and that is why it includes both principal plus total interest. So please remember this formula, this is extremely important. When I will talk about SI and CI, the approach to the question will be slightly different, right? So my dear students, simple interest means PRT divided by 100, right? PRT by 100, that means this is P means principal, right? Principal amount. This is the principal. This is rate of interest. This is time. Time in years. Please remember, in years, right? Because rate is also in annual, है ना? So certain percentage per annum. Understood this thing? Per annum. Understood? So please remember, this is extremely important, and whenever you will approach a simple interest question, first you will find SI, and once you have found out SI, then you will go for finding amount. Please remember, first you will find SI using PRT and upon 100, and then you will go further. Amount will become P plus principal plus PRT divided by 100, that is equal to P into 1 plus RT divided by 100. I hope all of you agree with this, right? Understood as well. Now my dear students, The next one, which is very important, is compound interest. What is compound interest? Please remember, when I will take simple interest, the term will be fixed. For example, I will take the loan for, let us say, 3 years, right? 3 years. So my dear students, this 3 years will be fixed, that okay, for 3 years, this is the principal will be fixed, and rate of interest is fixed. So since both are fixed, I know that every year I have to pay certain amount of simple interest, right? Understood by everyone? Please remember, this is extremely important. Time is fixed in simple interest. Sorry, time and principal. Principal is also fixed. Principal is also fixed. But in compound interest, if I will talk, here principal keeps changing. Principal keeps changing. So how does it change? Please remember, every year P new will be equal to amount of previous. That means principal old plus interest. Understood? Old principal plus interest will become your P new. Understood this thing? It will become more clear once we will solve it. Now the formula which you should remember is amount is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to power n. So previously it was T. T was time, here N is time. Please remember, N is time. R is same as usual, rate of interest. This is not return on investment, this is rate of interest. Please remember, ROI, return on investment, is separate thing, and this is rate of interest, for that I am using it, right? And this will become principal, and here it will be amount. Here it will be amount. So my dear students, if you will look carefully, in CI you will find the amount first, and then from that amount you will try to find CI. What is CI? There is nothing but amount minus principal. Understood by everyone? This is extremely clear, I hope so. Now my dear students, there is a relation between simple interest and compound interest. There is a relation between simple interest and compound interest. SI for first year, please remember, simple interest for first year or 1 year is equal to compound interest for 1 year. Please remember, 1 year compound interest is equal to 1 year simple interest, right? My dear students, compound interest for second year is equal to simple interest. Second year or first year is same. Please remember, second year or first year is same. SI will always remain same. Please remember. Understood? So please remember, SI plus. Please remember, that is nothing but R by 100 multiplied by SI. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? So sometimes you will find that some questions will be solved using this part. If you understand this thing, if you will practice this thing will come handy to you. Understood? Apart from that, there is very good equation actually. Difference between CI and SI after 2 years. Please remember, I am saying after 2 years will be equal to principal into R by 100 ka whole square. So this was the difference. So that is the difference. This is equal to this one. Please remember, this is how you should approach this question. I hope this is extremely clear to you all, that how we are going ahead. So this formula you can remember, or else you can remember this thing. I will recommend both, because sometimes this will work, sometimes this will work. Understood? Now my dear students, with that I have ended the complete formula list, or at least major formula list, right? Apart from that, there can be also a formula regarding amount is equal to, if suppose in compound interest there are different rate of interest every year. So this will become something like this: 1 plus R2 divided by 100, right? 1 plus R3 by 100. So please remember, every year if the rate of interest is changing, so this is first year's rate of interest, this is second year's rate of interest, this is third year's rate of interest. So that is why this formula changes slightly. Understood? Now my dear students, let us go back and try to solve these questions. A person bought refrigerator worth 22,500. What 22,800? Sorry, 22,800 with 12.5% interest compounded yearly. At the end of first year, he paid rupees 8,650, and at the end of second year, rupees 9,125. How much will he have to pay at the end of third year to clear the debt? So, my dear students, please remember 22,800. First year, how much he has to pay? He has to pay 12.5% interest compounded yearly. So please remember, if I will try to find CI, that will be equal to SI, because single year we are talking about first, right? 12.5 divided by 100 multiplied by 1, right? This will become 8. If you try to divide it, what you will get? This will become 8 2 the 16, and then 6 68, so 8, right? And then 40, so 2850, right? 2850. Understood this thing? 2850. So that is my compound interest, right? So my dear students, what will be the new principal? What will be the new principal? My dear students, I have told you that it will be nothing but P old plus compound interest. But here there is some part which is being repaid back every year, right? So what I have to do? Minus repayment, because that will reduce, है ना? That will reduce. So minus repayment. Understood this thing? So my dear students, old P was 22,800 plus CI came out to be 2850 minus 8,650. 8,650. So 50 will be gone, and 682 will be gone. So here it will be 200, and then this will become, okay, 200, this will become, and eventually there is 800, so 1000 we can write. Now 22,000 plus 22,000 plus 2000 will be 24 minus 8, that is coming out to be 16,000, right? Understood? 16,000, yes, 16,000, that is coming out, that is equal to 17,000 rupees, right? 17,000 will be my P new for the second year. Please remember, 17,000 will be nothing but P new for the second year. My dear students, now what will happen? Let us find the compound interest again on P new for second year. So now if you will look carefully, P into R upon 100 will be the new one. P is equal to 17,000 multiplied by 12.5 divided by 100 into 1. So please remember, this will go out, this will be 8. If you divide this 8 by 2000, this will become 125. Yeah, definitely, right? Or 250. Please cross check. 1000, yeah, 125, right? And if you will multiply it, you will get rupees 10,000. How much will you get? Rupees, wait, sorry, I'm really sorry. Eraser, right? Okay. So I have to multiply it. I have done some multiplication part, so I will directly write it if possible. Rupees 2,125. So that is the C2 I2. So what will be P for third year? Please remember, P for third year will be P second year plus CI2 minus repayment. This question was slightly wrong, but wrong in the sense, sorry, long. I am saying long, right? It was slightly long, right? Karthikeyan, you are subtracting 17,7. Please cross check. I am not sure. Maybe you are very correct, है ना? 17,000 plus 2,125 minus how much? Second year 9,125, right? So this will come out to be rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000, right? Rupees 10,000. My dear students, this third year P using percentage. Okay, different method using percentage. Okay, cool. Let us see if the answer is correct. Very good, right? Okay. Now, my dear students, P for third year is nothing but rupees 10,000. What will be CI third year? What will be CI third year? My dear students, it will be nothing but 1,250, right? 1,250. So 12.5 into this thing, right? You are doing. So please remember, this is the correct one. But now what amount you have to pay? Amount you have to pay will be equal to rupees 10,000 plus rupees 1250, that is equal to rupees 1100 250. So my dear student, D will be the correct answer. Understood? That is the amount he has to pay in the third year to clear the debt. Understood this thing? Now Karthikeyan, I could not understand what exactly you were doing, but I hope you have got it right. Yes, my dear students, I hope this is very clear because this was a slightly wrong question. Long question. I'm again saying wrong question. It is slightly long question, and it is quite lengthy. So please remember, be careful when you are solving it, because once you step on wrong thing while calculating it, it will become havoc. Understood? Okay, the difference between the simple and compound interest on a certain sum of money for 2 years at 15% per annum is rupees 90. Find the sum. My dear students, I have told you that difference between CI and SI. For example, over here CI minus SI will become equal to P R upon 100 whole square. R upon 100 whole square. Please remember R upon 100 whole square. So this will become P, because P is not known and P we have to find out, right? And then this is nothing but equal to 90. In bracket it will become R. R means how much? 15%. So 0.15 whole square, right? That will become 0.0 yes, 0225 P square, right? And accordingly, if you will solve it, how much will you get? How much will I get? I think it is 4000. Please cross check the answer. I think it is B, right? It is B. Well, how to solve it? So this will become, sorry, this will not be a square. I am really sorry. P into R by 100 whole square. So 0.5. So 0.0225 P, right? So P will be what? How much? Is equal to 90 divided by 90 into, well, let me do 1000, 10,000 multiply 225, right? So this will be my answer. If you will try to solve it, you will get exactly 4000. Is it clear? Is it clear? So this will give you 4000. I am not calculating it, but yeah, definitely you all can do it. Understood? Now, my dear students, this is again one question which was very much important. A principal P becomes Q in 1 year. So, my dear students, P is becoming Q in 1 year. Obviously, 1 year, right? 1 year, right? When compounded half yearly. So, please remember CI half yearly, 1 by 2 yearly, right? Okay. Compounded half yearly with R percent annual interest rate. R percent annual interest rate. If the same principal P becomes Q, if the same principal P becomes Q again in 1 year, please remember again in 1 year, right? Uh, when compounded annually with S percentage, and so plus S percentage annual rate of interest, then so please remember here it was half yearly, it is 1 yearly, right? And you know that since both are paying the same amount, that means the interest will be same. Interest will be same. But I told you that suppose in FD the bank promises you 7%, but effectively it is paying you, let us say, 7.25%, right? So whatever the compound interest will state, right? Usually that will be less than this direct percentage. If since both returns on both is same, right? So please remember both will showcase this thing, and R will become lesser than S. R will become lesser than S. That is C is correct. Understood? Okay. So please remember R is less than S. My dear students, we all have done it. Now it is the time for clicking some screenshots. So please take screenshot of this question. This is again very good and intriguing question, which is extremely helpful, I feel so, for all of you to understand the concept, right? So please take the screenshot of this question and then I will move forward. If there is any doubt, please ask. Okay. So yeah, please try to solve this question as well. Please take screenshot. And with that, I end this session. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if there is any query, any doubt, any feedback, please let us know in the comment section below. Yes, Karthikeyan, probably 5 years. I'm not very sure because maybe that is correct. है ना? So yeah, please take care. है ना? Okay. Thank you, my dear students, and have a great day ahead.